Florida is the sinkhole capital of the U.S. Florida is said to have more sinkholes than any other state in the USA. Sinkholes appear more frequently in Florida than any other state in the country. Also, Central Florida is called Sinkhole Alley, one of the worst sinkhole areas in Florida, for a reason.
There are more sinkhole claims here than anywhere else in the nation. Worst hit is the west central part of the state. Locals have taken to calling Hernando, Pasco, and Hillsborough counties Sinkhole Alley.
Department of Environmental Protection Office database show that there are over 27,000 reported sinkhole incidences and sinkhole-affected parcels across 59 counties in Florida. Pennsylvania has the second highest rate of sinkholes. Kentucky, Tennessee, Missouri, Alabama, and Texas are especially prone to sinkholes.
Now, most damage from sinkholes usually occurs in Florida, Texas, Missouri, Kentucky, Alabama, Tennessee, and Pennsylvania. That's because these are more densely populated areas.
What is a sinkhole? A sinkhole is a depression in the ground that opens up suddenly. It is an area of ground that has no natural external surface drainage. When it rains, the water stays inside the sinkhole and typically drains into the subsurface. Sinkholes can vary from a few feet to hundreds of acres and from less than 1 to more than 100 feet deep. Some are shaped like shallow bowls or saucers, whereas others have vertical walls. Some hold water and form natural ponds. There are various reasons about why sinkholes form. Main reason is geology. Most of the state is underlain by limestone or evaporites, and the climate. The plentiful rainfall means there is water to dissolve the rocks, while the presence of wet, dry seasonal changes can make sinkholes more likely to collapse. Sinkholes can occur in carbonate rocks such as chalk and limestone. Any time underlying soil is removed, such as through mining or construction, the soil on the surface can collapse. Human activity is a major cause, and it is likely the reason the number of sinkholes is increasing in populated areas. Let's take a look at why and how the sinkhole forms.
The layers we're looking at here are limestone, followed by clay, and then a sandy soil on top. The layer of clay generally keeps the water from seeping through to the limestone bedrock below, but in some parts of Florida, that protection has worn away, exposing the porous limestone. When it rains, the already slightly acidic rainwater becomes even more acidic as it moves through decaying plant debris in Florida's sandy soil. The rainwater will make its way to the limestone, and it's then able to percolate through it. Over eons, this acidic water dissolves and carries away the limestone, creating extensive natural underground voids and caverns. Eventually, there comes a point where the land from above the cavity can't support the weight from above and everything collapses into the hole, or sinkhole. This naturally occurring process is just one of many ways the ground can collapse or depress. And that's where we get the term depression. It's the gradual or sometimes sudden sinking of the Earth's surface from the movement of natural or man-made materials underground. And that's to say, all sinkholes are depressions, but not all depressions are sinkholes. Depressions can form several ways, including drainage of organic soils, broken sewer or underground pipes, and buried trash or other debris. While some holes in the ground can mimic a sinkhole, it takes licensed professional geologists or engineers to verify the true cause of the depression and officially declare it a sinkhole.
Not all sinkholes are as devastating, but the area known as Sinkhole Alley generates 2/3 of the sinkhole claims in the state. These 10 counties have the most sinkhole claims. 1. Pasco. 2. Hernando. 3. Hillsborough. 4. Marion. 5. Pinellas. 6. Citrus. 7. Polk. 8. Orange. 9. Seminole. 10. Lake. Here are a few sinkholes happened in Florida in recent years. June 24, 2021 pre-dawn. It is very shock moments in Miami, Florida. Part of the Champlain Tower South condo building in Surfside, Florida, suddenly collapsed. Death toll up July 15, 2021 reached 97. 88 families have been notified. At least a dozen people remain unaccounted for as the recovery operation continues. How can a 136-unit building in an affluent area near Miami Beach, one that's only about 40 years old, crumble into rubble? Buildings in America do not just fall down like this. Although the reason why the building is crashed is still under investigation, but sinkhole is among one of the 7 suspected factors. July 11, 2021, The Village, a well-known retirement community in Sumter County. 3 massive sinkholes have opened up dangerously close to a recreation center in the Villages. The sinkholes appeared in the weekend and drained a retention pond behind the Moyer Recreation Center.
David Bode.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. The city has shut down the recreation center and a swimming pool nearby as a precaution. Fox 35's Stephanie Buffamonte is joining us live tonight from the Villages. Stephanie, good evening. Do we know what might have caused these sinkholes?
We don't know yet, but engineers have deemed this building safe. However, this pool area is still closed off, and I want to show you why. Look how close this sinkhole is to that pool area. This happened yesterday morning around 7 o'clock. I want you to take a look at this video from the other side of the rec center. You could see the 3 holes clearly there. The fire chief tells me that the depression hasn't gotten any bigger today, which is a good sign. He did tell me that they are thankful no one was hurt and that there wasn't any damage to the building itself.
People are heading out to Lake Jackson, or what's left of it, after much of the water disappeared into a sinkhole.
Man, this story, it just has so many layers to it. And as Mike Fast Linda shows us, curious tourists aren't the only ones who are visiting the site.
The people you see walking along the side of the sinkhole here would have been in 3 to 4 feet of water before Lake Jackson drained, called a dry down by environmentalists. Dry conditions, a lack of rainfall, and a lowered water table are likely causes.
It dried up, my mother said, when she was a kid once.
The lake was once one of the premier bass fishing spots in America. Catherine Robinson's mother brought her to fish as a child.
Oh, wow. I just can't believe what I'm seeing. This is the first time I've seen it like this.
1829 was the first time a dry down was documented, but Native Americans had long before named the lake Disappearing Waters. In 1982, when the lake drained, it became a playground for four-wheelers. 6 years later, then Governor Bob Martinez celebrated its return by going fishing.
We'll get it right back in the water.
Billy Shanak came to see the lake draining as a teen. He brought his 1.5-year-old son for pictures.
I wanted him to see this phenomenon. He may not see it again for another 20 years, 30 years.
When the lake opened this time, the first onlookers found 2 human remains. The investigation remains open with no details on how long the bodies may have been there. We also met 2 archaeologists touring the site looking for artifacts.
We were walking around, we didn't see any artifacts, but if people do find things, to please leave them in place.
June 7, 2020, giant sinkhole opens up over Florida Road and swallows traffic sign in Marion County, Florida.
Look at this. It's a massive sinkhole opening in southeast Marion County. The depression located on Baseline Road, right near the intersection of Dogwood Road. Support poles holding the cable lines fell right into the ground. The Marion County Sheriff's Office says all lanes remain closed. My goodness, that is quite a sight to see.
June 10, 2020, the second sinkhole opened up again just 1 mile from the first sinkhole on Baseline Road in Ocala, in the Marion County. These sinkholes are associated with heavy rains in recent days.
Sinkhole has opened up on Baseline Road in only a matter of 2 weeks. The second sinkhole is less than a mile away from the first sinkhole reported last week. The collapse of the newest sinkhole followed several days of heavy rain and intruded into the sidewalk. Officials have now shut down the southbound lanes on Baseline Road. The original and first sinkhole took down a large utility pole that held up signal lights and resulted in a traffic accident, leaving a 60-year-old man injured. Dirt continues to fall in the sinkhole and expand. Officials are weary about filling the hole because new ones may appear. Traffic is being rerouted and officials are patrolling the area.
January 29, 2020, giant sinkhole threatens to swallow 2 mobile homes off Capitol Circle in Leon County, Florida. The sinkhole is about 40 feet wide, 60 feet long, and about 70 feet deep.
She's live there. We're going to go to her right now. Yeah, there she is. Jada, this is a very rapidly developing situation. What's happening there?
Well, this sinkhole is big and it just continues to keep growing. About 5 minutes ago, not even that probably, it grew even more. And this home, as of right now, you can hear, if you're out here, the foundation is settling in as it starts to fall into that sinkhole. Now, I actually spoke with the man who owns that house right there, and he says that he's just fortunate that he was able to safely make it out before anything tragic happened. Anwar Okori bought his trailer in Leon County 11 years ago. He never expected he would have to search for another place to live.
Sinkhole, I don't know what they mean. When I say it, I believe it.
But Anwar El-Khoury's first encounter with the sinkhole was this one that opened up under his home.
February 28, 2013, a sinkhole claimed the life of Jeff Bush when it opened under his bedroom in Seffner, Tampa suburb. The sinkhole is about 20 feet to 30 feet across and may be 30 feet deep. The county purchased that property as well as the home next to it to make sure no other residents were in danger.
In his bed 1 minute, gone the next.
All I see was the tops of his bed.
Jeremy Bush says he heard a loud crash, then his brother Jeffrey screaming late last night at their home near Tampa. He jumped into the massive hole in a desperate attempt to rescue his brother.
And I couldn't get him. All I could hear was, I thought I could hear him screaming for me and hollering for me to help him. I couldn't do nothing.
Remarkably, outside, the house looks like nothing happened, but inside.
The open hole is about 30 feet in diameter, and it's about 20 feet deep.
2 years later, on August 19, 2015, the massive Florida sinkhole that swallowed Jeff Bush reopens again.
Tonight, a new hole opening new wounds for the family of Jeffrey Bush.
It brings back memories. I think about it every day. There ain't a day that goes by that I don't think about it. I have a hard time sleeping at night because of it.
Jeff's brother Jeremy overcome with emotions today, arriving at the scene, finding out this new sinkhole is in nearly the exact spot of the old one that swallowed his brother while he slept. His family paying a visit to his memorial almost daily.
Just to be by my brother. I didn't get to say bye to him.
County officials say it was a woman walking her dog this morning who heard a loud bang and called 911. The crater reappearing within the fenced-off property where 3 homes used to stand. The county purchased them for this exact reason.
Thanks for watching. Please support by subscribe it. We have more to come. Have a nice day.